Everybody, and welcome to the Ronly Conly Twitch stream. That's R only, C only, got it? Good. I'm Justin. This is the Ronly Conly stream, and I am playing Red Dead Redemption today. Normally I do it on Wednesdays, but there was a federal holiday here in the United States on Monday, so my week is all out of whack. I don't know what day it is anymore, but I know that today is in fact not Wednesday, so I apologize if you were looking for it yesterday. I did do a City Skylines remastered stream yesterday afternoon, but it's not the same as Red Dead Redemption, of course. Online today, if you've seen some of my past videos about mainly hunting in the story mode, I've been playing more of the online recently, so I don't want to craft yet. So here I am. Let's take a look at these daily challenges. I like to do that. If you do them every day, there's usually at least one that's pretty quick. You can do if you're in a hurry. It takes longer to load into the game than to do some of these challenges. Harvesting and fishing and things like that are harder, but if you saw last week, there are some that you just drink an antique alcohol or some kind of serum or potion, for lack of a better word. We're going to drag somebody. That's cool. Bounty in Lemoyne. We are in Lemoyne currently, so maybe we'll do a bounty today. Last time I did a lot of collectible stuff, and I don't know if I'm in the mood for that today, even though it is pretty easy money. Sold. That's through our friend... Oh, what's his name over there that's talking to us? I do need to do that. I'm about full of supplies to sell. Collect all these three things. That's not too hard. Selling 3 collectibles to Madame Nazar is also not very hard. The collectibles, you can find a map from Red Dead Redemption Online that shows you the location of all of Madame Nazar's items. Excuse me. And that's mostly free unless you want to get rid of ads on some of them. Haven't made moonshine, haven't visited that place in a while, so maybe we'll go there too. Don't kill an animal for 18 game hours is pretty easy to do. I'm not leveled up high enough in Naturalist to have a hearty tonic, so I can't do that very easily. Sometimes it's just the camouflage, I forget what they call it, the blending tonic is sometimes a challenge for Naturalist, and it's really easy. That's the tonic that you drink, and there's your one per day. So anyway, I'm glad you're here with me. Thank you for joining me, whether that's on Twitch Live now, I see you there, or on YouTube later on. Be sure to subscribe and follow me on Twitch so you know when I do go live. My schedule is particularly hectic lately, but this is my way of putting off work and trying to do it in a more productive way. But you can find me on Twitch and YouTube at Ronly Conly. That's R only, C only. Got it? Good. I'm also on Instagram there, and I am in the middle of a lot of different projects on an artistic level. You can find information about those projects and about me, Justin, the human behind the horse here on Red Dead Redemption, on my website. That's ronlyconly.com. That's ronlyconly.com. And there you can find some of my writing. I talk about a lot of vinyl records and plays that I've seen or worked on, as well as hopefully some pro wrestling stuff soon. So I'm glad you're here with me. Thank you for being here. And let's go get us a bounty. I like this horse, Georgia. I think this Mustang was on sale recently, probably a month ago or so now, but it's like this creamsicle design of a Mustang. And I bought this horse to upgrade the speed. I had a lot of money from those collectibles for Madame Nazar, so there's definitely value in finding all of those items. Let's go to this fence here. Perfect way to get off the horse. Glad you did that. Thank you.
Ah, I recognize that face. All right, take a look.
I recognize your
Okay,
face too,
let's see.
buddy. Good lord.
Pick this up off the street.
Poor guy. Just needs a comb.
Appreciate the custom.
Maybe he's in rebellion because he's bald. Why should he comb his hair? Hello, Leroy. That's what my grandmother used to call me. Justin Leroy. Oh, I got some vibrations. Oh, look at that. There's a collectible item. Trading card. That's a commonplace for one. During the week. Madame Nazar's items cycle through every day different locations. If it will select... This is my biggest complaint with all Rockstar games. I bet I walk in 3 circles. 9 times out of 10, I'm trying to get a hold of something. It's even more frustrating when you're in a mission and, you know, your life depends on you succeeding and picking up some item and then moving along. 3 widows seems like a lot. I think I need a posse for that. There's also these... This you have to get the high reward bounties. They are more difficult, but you also have to have the big bounty license, which costs, I think, 15 gold bars. So I did that recently. You get gold bars pretty quickly by doing a daily challenge every day for... you can go up to 28 days in a row, and you'll get like a whole gold bar for every challenge you fulfill. And every day there's like 15 challenges at least. And sometimes you pick it up off people you kill. These legendary bounties are doable on your own. They're just a lot more work. I don't really want to do that much work. Let's see, what's... May Purcell, Sticky Fingers, $200, Stolen Goods, Tied Up Boys in a Closet. And this guy, Louis James, old Lou, screwing over the elderly. Well, I hate that more than I hate petty theft, so... I mean, I guess $200 back then was kind of like grand larceny or something. I've got $700. I'm a pretty rich man right now. Too bad nothing in the game that you can purchase that's worth anything is... Like, it's still more than what I have for most things, so... Keep that in mind when you're spending your money. It takes a lot to get it back for sometimes pretty low reward, if I'm honest. How far are we gonna go for this? Ah, shoot. Sorry, did not mean to go to settings. Ah, that's not too bad. Alright. Hi-ho, Georgia. That's the horse name. Easy, easy. Thank you for dodging the boulders. I think those are coyotes. just casually circle around those enemies. I don't know what they were doing. I guess lookouts. But they weren't really looking out too well. Our target has progressed quite a ways. And I'm tempted to try to do a horse stimulant, but it doesn't really speed up the horse so much as keeps it from getting tired, and I don't really have a problem with that. I want to keep the target alive, but to do that, I've got to kill this guy. Ah, I didn't mean to kill him. Of course, it only killed the target and not the driver like I wanted. This is going great. I'm glad you're here watching this, because it's embarrassing. Alright. Let's get this taken care of. Go on. Tell me to go to hell, buddy. Okay. So we killed a guy. Didn't mean to do that. Not the best. Only downside, you don't get paid as much, but in the end, the job is done. They say dead or alive for a reason. If they wanted them alive, they could do it themselves. Or at least that's what I will go with. Loot this guy. Stealing from the old ladies. Can't be doing that. Deserve to die. Disrespecting his elders. Loot, please. And the looting is fun. You get, not a lot of money usually. Sometimes you get those gold teeth and jewelry to sell to the gold pocket watch. There we go. Sell that right back to the fence. Fence does not care. Guess I could have blown up that. That's a secret trick. That's an oil drum. You could just blow that up. It would also kill the horses and the bounty. Hi-ho, Georgia, come on. Now, if I had a posse, that would have been a much less messy endeavor, more than likely, because could have strategized, could have had somebody ready to take out that driver and defend me from the other attackers. That's okay. Where I come from, we don't need no hard hands. I always find myself going, getting trapped like that in weird spots, and it's because I didn't take the roads. I think if you stick to the roads, it actually makes you run a little bit faster, but I cannot confirm that. Probably just saves your horse's stamina more than anything. If you got a live bounty, of course, you take it to the front of the sheriff's office and drop him right down and get your money. You kill the target, you take it to the back.
Your gun or my noose ends the same, don't it?
I should say so there, Sheriff. Yippee-ki-yay. 16 whole gold and 10 whole and a half dollars. That's good stuff. Now, a lot of times there will be trading cards laid throughout. They don't always shoot up the yellow, I don't know what you even call that, like they did over at the Emerald Ranch. But they will vibrate, and I've gotten no vibrations, good or bad. No vibes, either way. Sorry, I didn't mean to be in that. Well, there are some family heirlooms we can get. There's often collectibles in this hotel, and in fact, as soon as I move forward a step, my controller is going nuts. Let's see, I've got this handy dandy app for the collectibles, and it's upstairs in room C, but you can kind of tell by once you get used to the actual vibrations, and if you get high enough in the collector rank, you can feel when it starts to go less violent, especially on these PS5 controllers. And it does a little ching-a-ling. There it is. Bingo! Family heirloom found. Okay. Now we're going to try this trick. Did not work. Oh well. Deadeye's kind of low. I didn't mean to open the catalog. Trying for the satchel, but we don't need that. Eat some plump bird. Oh man, look at all the blood on this horse. Must be from the bounty. I've never noticed that. Huzzah! Another heirloom. We're finding them today. And I think there's more, according to the map, more as you go up through. We'll find out if that's true. This one is a coin, so it will be buried. Gotta go over here, metal detector. See, it's blinking. I think it's in one of these. Yep. Right in that corner plot. I think I've picked this one up before. That's how I knew it was in the... My map doesn't tell me that it's specifically in a plot of the garden. So here you go. And I think the final one today in Valentine is right up there. Bingo! We have a winner. Alright, well next let's take a look at our challenges, see if there's anything else we need to do. If you can count the bounty from Lemoyne. Maybe that has to be alive, but I wish it would say that. Well, we learned something. Can't get anything for free. We can change our facial appearance at a barber. I'll at least do that to get the challenge done. I want that bit of gold and to get that boost after another week. But then I gotta play every day and I don't really have time to. But like I said, you can usually get a quick challenge done. Have a little bit of fun between, while on a break or something. I'll brush this horse. I'm tired of looking at the blood. It's a little too gory, dramatic. Spick and span, pretty white horse's ass. Okay. And this barber is downstairs. Why's everybody looking at me? I'm so tempted to get in a fight, and I think I will once I change my appearance. What do you think? Chin curtain I could go for. I really don't like my guy's mouth. Kind of makes me angry. I will go with the barkeep. Challenge done.
Hey, tell your friends.
Careful now.
Yeah, get down here. He just called me a bad name. And they all just ran. I really thought somebody would fight me. I just cold cocked that guy and that's that. Oh, let's go to the butcher actually. I think I got a lot of meats.
You ain't been seeing another butcher, have you?
Well, that's the world I'm used to.
I'm always killing some big game. I'll go.
These lately. Seems everyone with a rifle been hunting these of late. All right, I'll take it.
Wish I was young again. I'd take care of those bastards myself.
What's this place coming to?
A lot of folk coming by with these lately. Okay.
Okay.
Let me know how it goes.
I'm tempted to go to the stable and look at the horses there today, but there's some glitches involved. And if I do go in the stable, there's a chance that the game will freeze, it won't load completely, and I'll have to completely restart. And I don't want to do that. I'm sure you understand. I'm sure you would be devastated to lose me midstream. Well, two options here. Go back to camp, run some supplies, or do a bounty from Lemoyne, or go to my moonshine shack. Let's just go to Rhodes. We'll call another Lemoyne bounty. We'll do another one. It won't hurt. Get some extra bounty hunter points. Okay, here we are in beautiful Rhodes, Scarlet Meadows, Lemoyne. What's on the board? Wanted for multiple counts of illegal games. Not gonna get a guy for illegal games. Wanton destruction. Oh, we gotta get this guy. Oh man, we gotta get this guy. Wanton destruction. Sounds like he's wanting a cruise. He's wanting a bruising. Wanting a hurting, cruising for a bruising. We're gonna go get him. And Sheriff, we'll get our man and bring him back to you one way or the other. Oh, whoa, baby. That wasn't supposed to happen. don't mind doing these missions, but sometimes it does get tiresome to constantly be riding the horses. I like the fast travel option. That's one huge improvement over Grand Theft Auto they have. I don't know how they haven't really gotten a good fast travel system going in that game. But they haven't asked me, and if you talk to anybody at Rockstar, let them know. But I don't think they'll really be too concerned with me. They're more concerned with adding content rather than quality of life enhancements for GTA, not for this game though. It's still beautiful though. Look at that, isn't it?
Get the hell out of there right now. Hey, get out of here. Get the hell out of
I think I've actually got a device that makes it so my horse, while I'm on the horse, I do more damage. Okay. Call the horse because he is getting away. And the horse is running in the other direction. The only downside when they run like this is that you can't loot the guys that you kill, you know? Okay, we're gonna get our reinforced lasso here. Come here, you dumb idiot. You wanton criminal. Destructor of other people's goods and property. Hog time. There you go, you dirty rascal.
What the hell?
Loot him. Not gonna shoot him, we're gonna pick him up. Yep. You can do it. There you go. I stole him away on the horse. Get on the horse. Let's ride. Rolling, 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 rolling. Yeah, I could go down there. I was worried for a second that would be a cliff straight down. And that would be a disaster.
You slow in the head, mister. Oh, shit!
Man, I wish they would let me beat the heck out of this guy. In story mode, it'll let you do that, like, right off the bat. For some reason in online, it takes it a little while to give you the option to beat the heck out of them, get them to shut up! Would you shut up? Got some bogeys coming behind us. He's got friends. Ooh. Golly. Sorry, that was almost cheating, but I don't know why I couldn't aim right. I guess I'm out of practice, having done mostly collecting recently and not really been fighting as much as usual. Deadeye core is halfway. I think that might make some impact.
Yeah, you better keep moving.
Oh, I want to knock him out. Back in Valentine. But he's alive this time. So we'll go to the front. The sheriff will be so happy to see him. Mr. Jensen, your time has come. You will serve your time and reap what you have sown.
String 'em high. Law's a funny old thing, ain't it? Whatever it said on the poster, it's all right there for you.
Bounty complete. There's the challenge. So we've learned today, class, that you got to bring them in alive to get the bounty challenge done. Even though it does not specify that. Who would have known? Perhaps you did. And if you did, give yourself a pat on the back. It'll be like you're giving me a pat on the back, and it'll make you feel good like it'll make me feel good. We only need one more heirloom. So, let me consult my device here and see if there's one nearby. There's not really. I guess the two in the middle there were pretty central. There's an ivory comb in Blackwater. Let me check out my satchel and see what family heirlooms we are lacking from the set, because if you know about these collectibles, the set, as is often the case with collectibles in life, the set is worth more than the individual items. So the one in Blackwater is the ivory comb, and that's that. And we don't have it, so case dismissed. We're going to Blackwater. I guess it's case closed. It's a blue dot on the map. I always get nervous. We passed one in the bounty a couple times. I always worry that they're going to shoot me. I wonder why I keep getting free trips. If you know why that would be the case, please let me know in the comments. And maybe I'll do some more research. I thought it was like just for starting, loading into the game, like they give you a free one now or something, but we've already taken that trip. We just did it to Rhodes. So we'll see if that continues. Maybe it's because I bought all these rolls now. Master of the game or something like that. Oh, so now we want to go to the photography store. I think it's more of a studio than a store, but whatever. We can get our picture took. And already I'm picking up good vibrations. That can only mean one thing. We've reached the right place.
Hello, come on in. Is it your first
Oh, it is this chest that it offered me to open, and now the horse is in the way. Going out of here. Get out of here. Go. Go, you big stupid animal. Flee. Oh. Just kidding, Georgia. Sorry. Lesson here is to just always open the chest even when it's in front of you, even if it may not be
Oh, did you forget
full of
something
anything.
last time?
No, I want a solo portrait.
All right, then, let's begin. Oh, a very popular one, this.
Let's see about these different backgrounds. I do like the Wild West. The bar's not bad. Ooh, the jungle. Yeah, we'll do the bar. We went to the bar today. They say expressions, but there's not really a lot of it in the way of expression. Ah, my camera roll is full. Ah, are you kidding me? Well,
Goodness me, how rude of you.
there goes that. We took our picture. You know how to do it now, but to what end?
Make sure you come again.
Hey, we didn't kill an animal for 18 hours. Good for us. And we got the ivory comb. We're sitting pretty, as they say. And once again, I want to thank you for joining me here today on the Lonely Coney Twitch stream. It means a lot to me. Be sure to hit that follow button if you're watching on Twitch, or subscribe if you're watching this later on YouTube. I may try to do some straight to YouTube streams in the near future. Got some cool games in the works, some old school PlayStation 1s. It'll be fun. and get back into hunting mode here on the Cowboy game. I wonder where Madame Nazar is. Let me see if I can find her location. She is not too far. Now, she's supposed to appear on your map once you are the collector, but for some reason she doesn't appear unless you're in the area or have visited her, you know, this day. I think every day she's in a different spot, but it's always the same, like 7 spots. But I'm not trying to go around the literal world to just find this. I don't know, I guess she's a gypsy technically, but collector, exchanger. Last time I played, I got attacked by 2 cougars. A little bit north of here, but just barely. Not too far from here. In a place that I hadn't been approached by cougars before. Got a lot of pronghorns there. Let's see how that one's looking. We can kill an animal now. We've gotten that challenge done. But they don't all have great hides, so it's not worth killing if we don't get the 3 stars, or at least the chance at it. Pick a different one. Aha! Ah, shoot. That's not the one. Ah, we didn't kill it. Okay, well. I guess we gotta put this one out of its misery now. Terrible. Terrible way to do this. Now in story mode, when you do a mercy kill, it'll let you just slice it right up as your knife is already in its belly, but this one didn't. We'll take the whole carcass. The only real downside of having the full animal on your horse's back is your horse slows down and gets tired faster because of this extra weight on top of your own body weight. Every time I see a horse in the wild, it scares me. Like, I think it's a huge, like, bear or some kind of predator, and it's just a horse. Of course, of course. They're just so much bigger than all the other animals. And you can't hunt horses. Believe me, I've tried. I don't mean that in a serious way. I just mean that it won't let you shoot them in the wild like it will other animals. Which does come in handy. The worst part about going in the desert side of the country is the cliffs sometimes appear. We're still kind of in like a, not really the desert, we're getting there, but the further west you go, you find the Grand Canyon, or its in-game equivalent.
I am sure there is something
I don't know why he's squatted down there, but we'll sell that. Pretty good little return on that, $30. I'll take it. And I like to keep 2 of everything, just so you sell 1 set, you don't have to start from nothing. I keep more of the alcohol bottles because sometimes that is a daily challenge. And there's not really a benefit to selling all your extra copies. There are limits to how many copies you can have. This doesn't tell you, unfortunately, how many is the max that you can hold, but I think you can see that in your collectible satchel or whatever.
But it it's worth selling.
Yeah, hear her. She's going to tell you every time you sell something individually that it's worth more as a set.
Quite mundane, but I will take it.
That's a pretty good return. I mean, just selling all these individuals, we've gotten about $200, give or take. Or, I mean, I guess I didn't really keep good track of how much I got from those bounties, but I think it was $10 the dead one. It can't be too much more for the live one.
But the whole set is worth your while.
Yeah, the whole set. We get it already. Enough with the whole sets. Forget about the sets.
You could not bear to part with that. Well,
I think if we fast travel, we'll lose the animal carcass. So we can either take it to a butcher, or I think a trapper actually, since it's a full body, or we can donate it to what's his name at the camp. So I'm going to move the camp location so we don't have to go all over the world. And next time we log in, it'll give some variety. I probably will move it again since my uh-oh, I'm going the wrong direction. My moonshine check is in the same general, like, I guess, county. It's not really the state. The state would be New Austin. Or Lemoyne, for example, and Henniganstead would be I guess a county equivalent. I don't know. But I liked having the camp on one side of the map and the moonshine shack because you can fast travel to both of those. And they're usually stationed in the middle of nowhere. So if you don't want to go to a city or you need to go to a specific spot that's in between, it's strategic. And it doesn't cost a lot to move the camp. Like $1 or $2 is nothing. Not when you got 900 of them. So we're about full of goods. And could make some good money off of selling those. I upgraded the wagon capacity to 50, so I got a lot more than I used to. But you have to drive it, pray to God that no rival players accost your wagon, and you can't wreck your wagon or you'll only get one bag of supplies. You'll destroy all the rest. And then when you get to the delivery location, you get ambushed and you have to fight a bunch of people. So that'll be what we do right after we donate all these things. I just want to get this pronghorn off George's back. Gonna keep the feathers because we don't really need the materials that bad. The supplies you can steal or you can pay $20, and that $20 is worth it at this point. The turnaround is... They resupply pretty quickly, and that's one less step for me. I wish I could pay somebody to deliver these
Suspense is killing me.
myself. Now, let's look at the challenges for the day, just because I want to see how many... We're going to sell 2 goods. That's 2 selling runs, just to be clear, to a distant buyer. So I'm not going to do that. Mostly because it's a long way to go to drive across the map. However, it does get you that $30. So for the extra $30, I can make my money back from the ordering supplies. But $30 to me isn't enough money to go. I mean, it'll take you clear across the map.
I don't want to rush you.
Screw it. We'll do it.
Now, first off,
Just for you. Just because you're here watching, I'll do this for you. And if I die, just make sure Georgia finds a nice home. And maybe Cripps here will take care of her.
Just keep your eyes out for bandits.
You know, when you're doing some outlaw cowboy stuff, You really put your whole life on the line every day. So be sure to thank a cowboy next time you see one. Well, good thing we are in this really lumpy terrain with no clear path to the road. One thing I forget because I don't often drive wagons, so you don't want to run into stuff. That's rule number 1. Rule number 2, you don't want to get stuck and drive up cliffs or over cliffs or into water too deep. And the second rule of thumb is if you do find yourself in a bind, you back up by holding down R1 or the right bumper, I guess, if you're on Xbox. And that'll make your horse go into reverse. There is no beeping sound, though, so you have to make sure that everybody around you knows that you are, in fact, backing up. Otherwise, they could hit you with a big, fat lawsuit. Just kidding, they can't do that in Red Dead Redemption, and what do we care? You know, we're pretty much criminals for the most part, although my identity is pretty high. It's not maxed out, though. I can't ever get it maxed out. I'm sure there's a way to, you know, you can talk to people who can improve or decrease your goodness level. I can't think of the word. So we got 20 minutes. We got a long drive to go. We got to go to Rhodes. And we are still in Henniganstead. Haven't even crossed the river into whatever that section that has strawberry in it. That state, I can't think of it. West Elizabeth. That's the one. Thank you very much. When you're out here and it's pretty flat, you can see everything. It's generally pretty safe to go through the desert, but or through the plains, I should say. Yeah, we'll cut across here rather than going around that long curve. It's pretty unnecessary. However, there are some steeper cliffs there, so you do have to just pay attention to where you're going, and you know, try not to hit any rocks or cliff faces. And look there, the mini map shows that we are cutting some time off. The one downside of this game's mini map to Grand Theft Auto is that when you double tap, it zooms out a tiny bit, but I think it's like 25% versus Grand Theft Auto gives a huge extra little mini map for you. And Grand Theft Auto will also show the distance between you and your point, and usually it stays around half the time with Grand Theft Auto games it's like 2 to 4 miles, 6 being 6 to 8 is the max, I think, from top to bottom of the map. But I would be curious to know the measurement of from Henniganstead to Rhodes. That seems like a steep mileage for this poor horse that I am pushing hard. And once we finish this mission, I will be signing off for the day, but I'm glad that you joined me here on the Lonely Coney Twitch stream, or on YouTube if you're watching later. Be sure to hit that follow button or subscribe, and find me on Instagram at Lonely Coney. That's R only, C only. Got it? Good. I know you do. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll be more likely to know a little bit in advance. But if you follow me on the streaming platforms, you'll know exactly when I do go live. When I do, which tends to be pretty spontaneous You know, gotta have some sizzle in life, I guess. Some of the other games I'm thinking about streaming soon are SmackDown 2 for PlayStation 1 and Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage, but I can't decide if I want to do that on PlayStation or on the reignited trilogy. I did do a Year of the Dragon, Spyro 3 full completion 100% playthrough last year. You can find all of those in that series, all those videos on my YouTube channel at Only Cowboy, as well as my City Skylines tutorials and Red Dead Wednesdays. Today is not Wednesday, in fact, but if you're watching this later, you don't know that. It could be any day of the week when you are. But I'm glad you're here with me either way. I always play better. I get really lucky when I'm streaming. Today has been less of an exciting day, but we've gotten a lot done. We got 2 bounties. We're making this business transaction happen and gonna kill a few guys there. And hopefully not die ourselves. But better than all of this, we have seen the country. We have crossed biomes a few times. We haven't gone into the mountains though, or the swamp. But that's another thing I really like about this game is the diversity of the environments. Even if I think the map in total is about the same size as Grand Theft Auto, it feels larger because there is that variety. You go in the mountains and it snows, and sometimes pretty deep. I do like during wintertime they had the musicians in the bars and train stations and all those places out on the street. They were all playing Christmas music, and it snowed all over the map. It was a really nice time. And in Grand Theft Auto, of course, they had the whole map snowy for the same time as well. But the music was a nice touch for Red Dead Redemption, and that old ragtime sound, or whatever you call it. I don't know if it counts as ragtime when it's mostly white musicians in this game, but I mean, that's not to say that there weren't white ragtime musicians. It's kind of like an Elvis Presley versus like Chuck Berry sort of dichotomy where it's more popular with it starts out in one way and gets popularized by another. I tell you one thing, they ain't lying when they say it's a distant delivery. So I think we're only about halfway there, so I may do you a solid and fast forward, do a time lapse if you're watching on YouTube later. Depends on how much free time I have and how much will I have to do this, but I definitely will timestamp it, so you know, I think there's usefulness in that. Lucked out here, haven't had any problems. Haven't had anybody approaching us, no rival players. And we are kind of taking a long way. It probably would have been easier to take the train down, and in fact, let me pull to the side. I want to see this. I mean, why is it having us go all the way around there? I should have just taken the train line. There's my lesson for you. Take the train line every time you can, when you can, as often as you can, especially when you're going from across the map to Rhodes. You know, that train line goes right into town there. There is risk involved because you know, you could destroy the wagon by jumping off a cliff, or you could miss the bridge on the railroad. I suppose there's also a risk of being nailed from behind by a train. This wagon sounds like a train when it's on the tracks. Now we are in Lemoyne. We have made it to the right state. We just got to get to the right little town. And if you try to do, there's like challenges in story mode, at least for being a horseman, to get from Valentine to Rhodes, and I think Blackwater to Saint Denis. One of those is a time trial, and the fastest way is to take the train route. The other is without touching water, which also requires the train because in the swamp it's elevated. So you don't touch any of the water there. And since we are going to the train station in Rhodes, we might as well just continue down this path. I forget who controls the railroad in the Red Dead story. I think it might be Cornwall. I can't remember. It might not be named. But if you know, leave it in the comments for other people and for myself, and I'll be glad to know it. I don't pretend to know everything. I just know some things about a lot of things. Master of none. Alright, they're having a big shootout here. We cannot shoot our allies. They're all dead, but we've got more coming. Alright. Reload, loot this guy real quick. Oh, he just ran right into the wagon. Alright, good job. This shotgun really gets the job done. Right. And you can loot these guys after. With the bounties at the camp, I think if you chase the guy and go back, you can't loot everybody, but in this delivery case, you can. Had I entered the train station from the street side, I could have pulled right in from the jump, but we didn't do that. Oh, this is strange. It's not looking good. Oh, good. I thought we were glitching out there for a second. Well, we did it. Give yourself a pat on the back. It'll be like you're giving me one, and it'll make you feel good. And don't you like feeling good? But not too good. I mean, this is a relatively family-friendly stream. I try to keep it clean as possible. Doesn't always work. Some days are easier than others, and sometimes the situation calls for some harsher words, but not in this time. Just feeling good. We did that. We killed all these people, and we delivered the big wagon, the distant delivery. Oh, and sometimes when you loot people, you get collectibles, so there you go, we did that. Excuse me. Sometimes when these the bodies overlap each other, it looks like you still missed on the mini-map. You haven't looted all of them. When indeed you have. All right, friends. Well, this has been another wonderful edition of Red Dead Wednesdays on the Lonely Conley stream. I'm really glad that you came to see this and stuck with me. And it won't let me take a self-portrait. I'm trying to take a self-portrait to commemorate our occasion here, just to mostly keep it clean. Weird. It won't let me take a picture there, but well. We'll just do an old-fashioned screenshot there. Save the occasion. Be sure to hit that follow button if you're watching on Twitch. It'll help me out a lot. Subscribe if you're watching it later on YouTube or both at Ronly Conley. That's R-only-C only. Got it? Good. Find me on Instagram at the same place. Find my website, ronlyconley.com, where you can find out more about me, Justin, the person behind the controller, and the work that I do as a theater artist and producer. I got a lot of cool projects there you can find out about, as well as some articles that I've written about vinyl records, good music, plays that I've seen and worked on, and others coming soon. So, see you next time. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you.